The Scammer. The Art of the Remote Takeover. Forget the 40-year desk sentence. You woke up one morning and decided your brain was a six-figure asset. And the suckers in Ohio were your early investors. You start with the minor leagues, selling vaporware on eBay, dropping a few fake concert tickets, and running the classic Nigerian Prince beta test. Then you scale. It's a pyramid scheme, a tax-exempt charity that funds your yacht, and a whole drop-shipping empire built on products that literally do not exist. You mastered the no-contact cash grab, the Grand Slam, the fake luxury watch business. You throw up some glossy stock photos, price a $10,000 Rolex at $7,500, and watch the orders and your bank balance go vertical. You're a financial gorilla. People hate you, but they can't deny the hustle. Until that 4 a.m. knock, when the FBI breaks down your door, and you have to explain to your new cellmate how you monetize thin air for 6 figures. Game over. Your garage smells like burnt ambition and Red Bull. Most people see trash. You see the prototype for the next billion-dollar company. You bombed with the self-toasting bread knife and the solar flashlight. But this time the junkyard gods smile on you. You duct tape wire and hot glue a prototype together, an old blender. Motor is the engine, and somehow it works. You slap a ridiculously marketable, nonsensical name on it, drop the video, and it goes nuclear viral overnight. Suddenly, VC firms and corporate giants are calling with 9-figure offers. A month later, you're the face of innovation, famous, rich, and giving a TED Talk where you conveniently skip the part where your billion-dollar idea was born because you accidentally glued the wrong parts together. You didn't invent the wheel. You invented the money-making wheel. The pro gamer, from basement dweller to brand asset. Your parents said video games were a waste of time. Now you're in a $4,000 chair. Your PC is worth more than their car, and you're pulling massive sponsorship checks just for mashing buttons faster than anyone else. You started streaming to your buddy in Nightbot. Then you got cracked. You carried your way to a tournament podium, found a decent teammate, and the next thing you know, you're being flown first class to an arena where thousands of fans are screaming your gamer tag. Your merch, prize money, and brand deals now eclipse your parents' best combined income year. All that time they called wasting, that was market research and career development. Now you never have to touch. Your official answer is, I work in law. The real story is that your legal career began the afternoon you ate it, on the floor of a McDonald's. You hired a pitbull PI attorney, claimed the handrail was a safety hazard, and spent months pretending to understand tort reform. You were just hoping to pay off your car. Then the verdict drops. McDonald's writes a settlement check so big you've been consulting ever since. You still call yourself working in law, even though the closest you've been to a courtroom since was signing the NDA. You call yourself self-employed. That's code for I beat the system. No boss, no commute, no soul-crushing Monday meetings. Just you, your laptop, and the freedom to work from literally anywhere. You started with $5 Fiverr gigs, but quickly scaled to charging serious money for work you can do while still in bed. You wake up when the sun feels right. Your lunch breaks are 3 hours, and you can work from a beach, a coffee shop, or your own damn couch. You set the rate, you pick the client. Sure, sometimes you're pulling a late night, but only because you spent the whole day doing whatever you wanted. This is financial autonomy. You realize that earning money is for chumps. Getting elected is the real play. You start small, baby kissing, handshaking, and promising things you're never going to deliver. You snag a local seat, and suddenly you have a government paycheck just for showing up and nodding. But the salary is the distraction. The real cash flows from campaign donations that linger, inflated consulting fees from friends of the family, and those convenient property deals that only your family's shell corporations seem to qualify for. Your speeches are masterful, inspiring, yet vague enough to mean everything or nothing. You can talk for 20 minutes without uttering a single concrete noun. That singular skill keeps you in power for decades. You retire a millionaire public servant. Half the nation thinks you're a hero, and the other half can't prove the crime. You're living proof that the system works for you. You figured out early that the laws of supply and demand are exponentially faster when your product is addictive. You move from small sales to friends to running the club bathrooms. Then the word gets out. You're suddenly pulling down more in a weekend than most people make in a month, just by answering late-night texts and meeting in parking lots. You upgrade the car, the wardrobe, and the phone, and everyone assumes you just got a great new job. Your office is the backseat of your Escalade, and your business hours are whenever someone is desperate enough to pay double. It's high risk, but the cash velocity makes you feel untouchable. You tell yourself it's a temporary capital stack, but deep down you know, once you've had a taste of this money, a normal paycheck will feel like pocket change. When you were young, you understood the matrix. The real money isn't in working harder. It's in leveraging capital. You start small, a few shares your dad recommended, and you are instantly hooked. The charts are your drug. Every dip is an opportunity that you're still scared to buy, and every gain makes you feel like the next Warren Buffett. You diversify, blue chip stocks, rental real estate, a few moonshot startups. Some bets crash, but the wins carry the weight. Your goal is earning more from passive income than you ever did from an active salary. Now your workday is checking numbers on your phone between rounds of golf. People call it luck, but you know it's part skill, part relentless patience, and part ignoring the urge to panic sell the dip, even though that feeling never really goes away. You didn't win the game. You bought the whole damn board. The online degenerate accidental crypto king. You somehow turned relentless internet scrolling into a full-time, high-net-worth career. It started with a harmless late-night doom scroll. You kept seeing this bizarre character, lopsided smile, big eyes, bright green skin. The caption, Zaggle. It was everywhere. Zaggle dancing, Zaggle driving a Lambo, Zaggle with stacks of cash. You finally click the bio link and realize it's a meme coin. You throw in $200, money that was heading to a sports book anyway. A week later, you're binge-watching Netflix when a TikTok about Zaggle coin hits your feed. You check your wallet and your $200 is still $200. You refresh the screen and holy hell, your $200 is now a seven-figure number. You're an accidental millionaire, all thanks to a smiling green blob. You cash out half for Uber Eats, sports bets, and a new Chrome Hearts haul, and leave the rest in because you love the Zaggle spirit. The course seller, monetizing the dream. You figured out the ultimate cheat code. It's easier to make money teaching people how to get rich than it is to actually get rich yourself. You build a proven system from buzzwords you stole, slap it into a PDF and call yourself a mentor. You rent a Lambo, film some footage of your laptop by a pool, and tell the world they can escape the 9 to 5 if they just follow your steps. The course is $4.99 with a limited time discount that you run every single day. Before long, thousands of people are wiring you money for information they could have Googled for free. You are making more from selling the dream than you ever did chasing it. You know most of your students will fail. But that's fine. Their failure just makes them more likely to buy your next course.